Roads get go-ahead in €165 billion plan despite Green opposition is the main story for the Irish Independent this morning, above detail that the National Development Plan will not axe any of the major road projects promised under the last version in 2018, despite opposition from the Green Party. The NDP is the lead for the Irish Times too, which reports that many flagship road projects included in the new NDP may never be completed or will be significantly downgraded because of the 2-to-1 rule favouring public transport, according to high-level government sources. Tenor on the pension or it'll be war is on the front of the Irish Daily Mail, with John Drennan writing that senior citizens could be in for a €10 boost if a concerted drive by backbenchers to secure the increase succeeds. And elsewhere across pages 6 and 7 of that paper, he sets out in detail the specific constituencies where government TDs are vulnerable to Sinn Féin. He writes that as the most accident-prone government since the Gubu Haughey administration struggles from bluster to blunder, one party is watching and waiting with increasing intent. And John Drennan also writes on page 8 of the Mail that Fine Gael is furious over the failure by a Green Party minister to acquire Michael Collins' walking stick, which was sold last week along with other items at Bloomfield Auctions. The Pandora Papers appear elsewhere on the Irish Times front page. Colm Keena reports that the leaked documents show that Ireland is being used as a de facto offshore location by people and businesses in Russia, Ukraine, Uzbekistan and other countries in Eastern Europe and Central Asia. Cervical cancer campaigner Vicky Phelan is in several papers this morning, and she's the lead photograph for the Irish Examiner and the Irish Independent. Yesterday she posted on Instagram that she will no longer be receiving treatment in the US following the discovery of new tumours. She has returned home to Ireland to receive palliative chemotherapy. Michael O'Toole reports on the front of the Irish Daily Star that a serving Garda has been arrested on suspicion of subjecting his daughters to sexual abuse. He has also been suspended. The paper describes how this only came to light when his alleged victims came together to go to a Garda station for help. Michaela witness found dead is the lead for the Irish Daily Mirror, above detail that the body of 43-year-old Raj Tikoi was discovered on wasteland on the island of Mauritius yesterday. He was a cleaner at the Legends Hotel, where Michaela was murdered on her honeymoon in 2011. The story is on the front of the Belfast Telegraph too this morning. There is coverage in the Mail and the Star of the lively email exchange between meteorologists in Ireland, the UK and the Netherlands over the selection of potential storm names to be voted on by members of the public. Emails showed that Met Éireann's Evelyn Cusack was against the suggestion that the Irish name Diarmuid and the Welsh name Dafydd should be replaced by the easier option of Dave. Met Éireann also queried the inclusion of the name Charlie on the list, pointing out that Hurricane Charlie was a big weather event in Ireland in the 1980s with flooding and fatalities, so we can't have a Storm Charlie. And in the Irish Times Arts and Ideas pages, Nick Roche has a feature setting out the origins and inspiration for his book Scarenthood, a graphic novel set in modern Dublin. He describes with envy the effortlessness with which his daughter made friends at her preschool, comparing it to the awkwardness of the adults outside. He says that making friends with the ease of a child is a trick that grown-ups lose, adding, "You trade it off for debt, soft bellies and howling existential dread."